The 3500 from Fractal Design brings that simplistic Scandinavian appeal with easy to work in internals, great airflow and storage potential, and comes in both the windowed or plain side panels for your preference. The Nvidia Shield began as an experiment to test out the waters on Android gaming, and it's what really brought portable Android gaming to reality with a console-grade built-in controller. Also, the ability to game stream your PC games to the Shield was a major selling point, plus the console mode allowed this device to basically become your home theater PC with its HDMI output and wireless streaming. And based off the success of the Shield Portable, Nvidia has gone ahead a step further with the introduction of the Shield Tablet, featuring many of the capabilities of the original Shield while in a more familiar and portable form factor. Alright, so the unboxing experience was simple with the entire Shield family packed together with a few cool gaming perks like good luck, have fun inside the controller box, nicely hidden. Here's the entire Shield family, if you will. It definitely has grown, and I feel Nvidia is really onto something with regards to mobile gaming. Pricing for the Shield tablet is competitive, retailing at $299 for the 16GB and Wi-Fi only, and $399 for LTE enabled 32GB model. The Shield controller retails for $59 and the tablet cover for $29. The 8-inch 1920 by 1200 resolution screen is nice with wide viewing angles and decent contrast without any color shifting, good to see that, but the edges of the display are a little harsh and the plastics that wrap the sides peek out just to be noticeable, and I wish these were smoothed out for a better handling experience. The Shield tablet is rocking Tegra K1 that is the star of this launch. It's a quad-core SoC at 2.2 GHz with 192 CUDA cores based off the Kepler architecture, so it can do many things a desktop equivalent GPU can do. There's 2 GB of RAM, Wi-Fi, ABGN, unfortunately no AC, and Bluetooth 4.0 support. Both the front and rear cameras are 5 megapixels with really fast burst mode, but with constant focus problems, and images come out grainy even in well-lit scenarios. 1080p video recording is available. Here's a sample. Looks pretty decent actually. And speaking of good, the front-facing stereo speakers are done right with excellent forward projection and enough volume for proximity gaming, plus the extra bass ports on each side to deliver a more rich sound. So let's take a listen. Moving on the physical tour, all of the connections are on the left side with a headphone jack, mini HDMI out, micro USB, and 2 bass ports on each side. Up top there's a power and the volume rocker, micro SD slot for expandable storage up to 128GB. Awesome. A SIM card space for the LTE enabled versions, and the Stylus that sits securely inside. The power and volume rockers are really flush to the body, and on our sample had very little tactile feedback. Instead they were squishy and difficult to press, requiring either precise nail press or full hand readjustment to have enough force for the buttons to register. Not cool. The included stylus is passive with a rubber tip that hasn't shown any signs of wear with daily use, but there's no replacement tips included, unfortunately. It has pretty decent palm rejection, although not exactly lag-free, as there is visible catching up. The Nvidia Dabbler app utilizes the power of the K1 to simulate water and oil painting. That's quite impressive actually, and pretty accurate, although it doesn't do real color mixing on the canvas, it just overwrites the bottom color. At the bottom we find magnetic slots for the optional tablet cover that snaps into position with confidence and allows triple angle orientation, although with this landscape mode the power and volume side is inaccessible at the bottom. And also the magnets give out easily with just slight pressure on the tablet, which I'm not happy about. And so while the cover is low profile, using the tablet with it on was uncomfortable as it sticks out on the other side, making gripping the device more challenging. The backing is slightly rubberized with a Shield text peeking through that allows secure grip, and the Shield tablet is as thin as my Nexus 4, although not as light as you'd expect for a tablet this size, but you'll get used to it. Now moving on to the Shield controller, it has a very familiar feel to the original Shield, and side by side the controller has a slightly smaller form and no longer has a rubberized underside. It is using Wi-Fi instead of Bluetooth for apparently reduced latency, and it also allows up to 4 controllers to be connected to the Shield tablet for some multiplayer gaming. Button placement feels natural with comfortable reach, although the direction pad has a soft click instead of defined presses that I would rather prefer. They've added a volume rocker at the bottom along with a small trackpad that works quite well, and capacitive touch buttons in the center for Android navigation, along with the middle Shield button to access the Tegra hub, plus a built-in mic for voice commands in Android. And these all have useful functionality added, like double tapping the home button to access running apps, or holding it to get into Google Now, holding the back button to enter Shadowplay and Twitch streaming, and holding the start button to enter the controller remapping. They all illuminate, indicating when the controller is on, and the controller also automatically goes to sleep when idle after a few minutes. There is a micro USB for charging and a headphone/mic jack for audio pass-through at the back of the controller, and the audio quality is actually impressive, although it could be a tad louder, and only once I encountered strange interference with the audio. Now, for some reason, the controller is not capable of connecting to the Shield tablet over a 5 GHz band. Instead, you have to connect over 2.4 GHz for the initial connection, and only then switch over to the 5 GHz once they're paired up. The controller also lacks a power button for the Shield tablet itself that would be very convenient for console mode to get rid of needing to turn the tablet on for yourself. The controller has up to 40 hours of gameplay on a single charge, very nice, with the battery level shown on tablet when paired up. Now, coming onto the Shield tablet, the overall user experience in Android 4.4.2 is mostly satisfactory, of course, given the powerful hardware packed inside. And while the K1 almost doubles the performance of the Shield Portable, there is an occasional and unusual stutter and lag in the UI. For example, sometimes when exiting game you can see a laggy home screen, the preloaded camera app crashed on me a few times, and here's a side-by-side rotation speed with my Nexus 4, where the Shield tablet just lags behind, and the same deal when compared to the Nexus 7. It just shows that Android optimization isn't there yet for the K1. Okay, so now onto some of the cool features of the Shield tablet is the gaming experience. The Shield hub allows you to find controller compatible games and also navigate into your apps. Thanks to the built-in Shadowplay feature, you can record your gameplay directly from the tablet. You can also stream to Twitch at 720p with a front-facing camera broadcasting you. And you can enable voice for commentary and Twitch chat overlay, all thanks to the Kepler architecture. And considering how popular Twitch has become, this is an excellent feature to have. Inside the Shadowplay settings, you can adjust orientation, either landscape or portrait, quality of the recording, and volume for commentary, and you also get the flexibility to move windows on the screen. Now, Trine 2 comes preloaded. It's one of the games that's optimized for the Tegra K1, and it plays very well, although with occasional dip in frame rate and pretty lengthy loading times, but with an overall satisfactory experience. Revisiting Half-Life 2 certainly brings back some memories, and it is quite impressive considering it's all running on the K1. Plus, there are many titles in the works that would take advantage of this SoC, like War Thunder. Now, compared to the gaming experience you get with the Shield Portable that is more natural for this all-inclusive device, the tablet feels more awkward. For example, the need to pop the tablet on a stand that I find limiting, and the need to carry the controller could be a hassle. And I think many of us were expecting some type of pop-in controller like we saw on the Razer Edge, but where the Shield tablet really shines is console mode that utilizes the HDMI output, turning this device basically into an HTPC where you can power a 1080p screen with Android gaming or multimedia like Netflix HD. Plus, you can still game stream off your Kepler powered PC, so all of the original capabilities that made the Shield Portable so popular are still intact. Unfortunately, the Shield tablet does not complement the Shield Portable in any way, so if you already own the latter, they're just standalone devices without any mutual benefits. With regards to battery life, I've got a full day and a half using the Shield tablet as a tablet, plus some casual RLAX, and running Half-Life 2 served me well over 2 hours of gameplay. It's not the best, but I do think that the Shield tablet as a gaming device is definitely more suitable for console mode, or maybe like your stationary device, other than portable gaming, in which case it'll be constantly plugged in. Alright, it's been a lengthy one, so the Shield ecosystem has become slightly more immersed with the Shield tablet and complementing accessories. And I'm glad that Nvidia has covered most of the groundwork first of this being a proper tablet, with excellent display and speakers, appropriate 8-inch form factor to be just the perfect size for mobile use as a tablet, with HDMI out capabilities and incredibly impressive hardware packed inside that allows screen capture and Twitch streaming without a significant hit on performance, console mode and game stream capabilities that would turn this into a perfect companion for your TV in the living room. The wireless controller is actually quite nice with excellent audio pass-through and low latency thanks to Wi-Fi connectivity, plus pricing is extremely competitive for the $299 model for basically what you get. The Shield cover, on the other hand, needs work as it is an integral part of the equation for mobile gaming. The UI experience on the Shield tablet wasn't as smooth, with occasional lag and stutter, which I wasn't expecting, plus the volume and power buttons need to see a redesign. And there's no way to turn on the Shield tablet using the controller, and it is awkward needing to carry the controller in the first place if you want to play some games while you're on the go. Now, it is a device that shows the muscle squeeze from Nvidia, as Project Logan, now known as the K1, is finally able to shine in the Android sphere. And while the entire Shield system still needs a bit of polish, it's not perfect, we're giving this the Hardware Canucks Damn Innovative Award, as there's no other tablet on market right now that can do as much as the Shield. But what do you guys think of this implementation, or would you rather prefer the Shield Portable? Leave your comments down below. As always, thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe for more similar content, and we'll see you in the next one.